Welcome to another review. Now in this review we're going to be taking a look at the Argo jet from Godzilla King of the Monsters, made from Carla Custom and Repaint. So thank you so much for sending this as a gift or as a collaboration. I appreciate it so much. Now let's get into the review. So first of all, I believe there's two different versions of the Argo jet that have been made. One is a smaller size Argo jet and the larger one would be this one. The larger Argo jet has been designed to have more details and the Monarch logo. The smaller version isn't going to be decked out with that logo on top, so that's how you can tell the difference between the small and the larger version. It's much bigger, has more details, and it has the Monarch logo on top of it. When it comes to details, this would be the best Argo jet that you can find at the moment. The only other Argo jet that I know is the one from Jakks Pacific, but that's a super small one and it's not as detailed as the one that Carla Custom and Repaint has produced. Underneath the Argo jet, you'll be greeted with a hole. Now that is to use any Tamashii stand that you have, although it's not the best because placing it, you can tell it's not stable enough, and I would recommend you not to place your Argo jet in any place that's super high enough because chances are it's gonna slip and most likely break on you. So here I did a test and it just fell. It doesn't feel stable enough where you can just wiggle it around or have any movement with it. So do keep that in mind, that it does support a hole for a stand, but it's not the best. When it comes to details, I do believe this is the best Argo jet at the moment out there that you can purchase. It has the Monarch logo. It has all the details that you would want currently on an Argo jet, although it's not perfect to say. The inside is very protective, so don't worry for any damage on your Argo jet. It should be safe, and I really do like this box design. It just looks very premium. In terms of material, it's not the best, I would say, but definitely in terms of looks, it's on top of the game for sure. And thank you so much again, Carla, for sending this. The Argo jet was made with a 3D printer to give you the best possible accuracy when it comes to the Argo jet from Godzilla King of the Monsters. This will serve you really good if you're into dioramas for Godzilla. Maybe you want to recreate something or some scenes from Godzilla King of the Monsters with the Argo jet and Godzilla, or maybe Ghidorah, Rodan. It is very impressive and by far the best Argo jet. Do I recommend this Argo jet? Yes, I do recommend it because it's the only one at the moment, and I'm not sure if there's going to be other companies in the future featuring this, but at the moment this is the way to go. In terms of scale, it definitely goes with every Godzilla King of the Monsters figure, with Ghidorah, Rodan, Godzilla. If you have NECA figures or monster arts, this will definitely go with them. I don't see any problem at the moment with scale or any of that, so don't worry if you have monster arts only or just NECA figures. I'm not sure about Jakks Pacific. The price is $50 plus shipping. If you want to request fast or maybe normal shipping, that is up to you. You would have to message Carla and request that for yourself. size comparison from the smallest jet to the largest at the moment. Now the largest one is 6 inches long, so that hopefully gives you an idea of what you're dealing with when it comes down to size with the Argo jet. And of course, the Argo jet is actually based on a B-2 bomber. It's a stealth bomber from the US, so it really takes the B-2 bomber to the next level. It's much futuristic. It has all the weapons that the US Army or the US Air Force could possibly have in case Godzilla or other titans ever became real. That's how the military would respond to titans the size of Godzilla and others around the world. It's fully futuristic, and from what I know, it's supposed to be 5 years ahead of our time, so that means maybe until 2025 that's something that could potentially exist, or going beyond that. Now, I do love this design. As I told you guys, it's one of my favorites. The B-2 bomber is one of the slickest and most badass designs that I have ever seen as a kid and growing up. I do love this design, and Godzilla King of the Monsters just took it to the next level. And of course, Carla did a fantastic job capturing that infamous B-2 bomber, or the stealth bomber. It's infamous for Shin Godzilla. We have seen it in multiple movies. So moving forward, let me know what you think about the size comparison. So I'm doing a size comparison with multiple creations that I have done, and of course the Argo jet with Godzilla and other monsters here and there. Of course, there are negatives, and I really want to touch upon the negative part about the Argo jet. Now, I told you, right, it's full packed of details, great design and all of that, but it's not fully detailed as you would expect. Paying $50, right? It's not cheap. I know some people, if you can afford $50, by all means buy this. It's not gonna hurt you, it's not gonna hurt your wallet, and it's gonna benefit you more than getting hurt. But for other people who just cannot afford $50, this really wouldn't be worth it. Why? It's super small. One last thing I forgot to mention, at the bottom you do have the canyons that you saw in the movie, so that's pretty cool. So moving forward, as I was talking about the negatives, a lot of people will not find this to be worth it because of the size. It's very small. With $50, right, you can get a lot of things. It's not cheap. You can get yourself a few NECA figures or probably a monster art. The Argo jet is coming at $50 plus shipping. Just think about that. The average consumer will be like, no, that's not worth it. I'd rather spend $50 on food, $50 on multiple figures or something else, and I do agree with it. You know, I'm very lucky that I got this as a gift from Carla, and I do appreciate it, but I'm just being honest, and I always like being honest, giving you my positives and negatives. I honestly don't see this being worth $50. At the most, maybe like $35, $29. If you're really just thinking about it, then maybe $40. The only way that I would see this being worth $50 plus shipping is getting a size increase, making it bigger and adding accessories with it, because this does not come with any extra parts, no stand, no missiles. Another negative would be looking at the Argo jet from the front view. You have no window display like we saw in Godzilla King of the Monsters. You would expect, paying for $50, that the Argo jet would possibly have those details, and it's missing other details because I'm looking at the picture or the 3D render that we got from Godzilla King of the Monsters, and yeah, it's missing detail. And this isn't a bad Argo jet. I'm just saying that the price to me just seems over the top. If you could lower the price maybe to $40, $35, that would be excellent. Have two different price points for different categories. Have the standard version offer you the normal Argo jet for maybe $35, $39. If you want to have the more premium Argo jet, that's going to be $50. It's going to be a super large, more detailed Argo jet that comes with an actual stand and some accessories. Overall, this is an excellent Argo jet from Godzilla King of the Monsters. If you're interested in purchasing this, please go over to Facebook at Carla Customs and repaint, message her privately, and that's how you'll get yourself the Argo jet. Any details and questions, feel free to comment down below or message her personally. Thank you so much, Carla, for this. I appreciate it, and I hope to collaborate with you in the future.